The school didn't rush us into magic. It waited. For 2 nights, we were just kids in a strange new place, sleeping in dorms that smelled of old wood and rain, eating in a dining hall where the cutlery sometimes moved on its own. We learned the layout of the castle, the names of the corridors, the places we weren't allowed to go. They were letting the wonder settle in, letting the fear and excitement find their own level. On the 3rd night, everything changed. We were led beneath the highest tower, down a winding staircase that seemed to descend into the very heart of the earth. We emerged into a hall that felt older than memory itself. Hundreds, maybe thousands of candles floated high above our heads, their light soft and alive, like a galaxy of stars caught between the branches of an unseen forest. I stood among the other new students, quiet as always. My long brown hair fell over my shoulders, and I could feel the eyes of others lingering on me. Not because I spoke, or did anything remarkable, but because I didn't. In the polished obsidian stone beneath my feet, my reflection flickered faintly. Blue eyes. Calm. Too calm. It was as if some deep part of me already understood what the rest of us were here to learn. The others were fidgeting, whispering, their energy buzzing like a hive of anxious bees. I just stood there, breathing. Then the air changed. It didn't grow cold or hot. It didn't crackle with energy. It simply shifted. Like a forest going silent just before a predator appears. She emerged without a sound, stepping forward from the shadows as if she had simply materialized from the space between trees. The headmistress. One of the forest folk. An elf. Her hair was long and pale, catching the candlelight like sunlight filtering through leaves in early morning. Her skin carried the cool, deep calm of shaded woods, and her ears tapered gracefully, an unmistakable sign of her heritage. She was beautiful. Not in a fragile, delicate way, but in a way that felt rooted, ancient, and fiercely alive. Every creature in the hall reacted instinctively. The werewolves, who moments before were posturing and growling under their breath, lowered their gazes in deference. The vampires, usually so arrogant and poised, drew back deeper into the shadows. The merfolk, whose shimmering forms could be seen in the water-filled alcoves along the walls, stilled completely, their scales dimming in quiet respect. She did not raise her voice. She didn't need to. Magic, she said softly, does not answer those who try to command it. Her words didn't echo off the ancient stone walls. They settled inside each of us, a quiet truth that resonated in our bones. Her eyes, the color of moss and river stones, moved slowly across the room, observing rather than judging. Tonight, she continued, her voice just as gentle, you will not cast spells. She began to walk among us, and with every step, the air seemed to bend around her, as if space itself was making room. You will listen. Some students shifted uneasily. Nervous whispers escaped trembling lips. I heard a few quiet incantations, desperate attempts to impress, to prove their worth before they were even asked. Nothing happened. The thousands of candles did not flicker. The air did not stir. The magic of the hall simply ignored them. I remained still. I didn't reach for the magic with my mind. I didn't try to shape it or demand its attention. I simply stood there, grounded, and listened. I listened to the silence between the heartbeats of the student next to me. I listened to the gentle, ancient pulse of the stone beneath my feet. I listened to the quiet, rhythmic breathing of the hall itself. And then, something happened. One candle trembled. Just one. It detached itself from the constellation above and drifted away from the others, floating gently, lazily through the air. Straight toward me. I didn't move. I didn't even breathe. I felt the warmth of its flame against my cheek, steady and calm, as if it recognized me. As if it had been waiting for a familiar presence. The entire room froze. The whispering stopped. The headmistress stopped walking. Her gaze lifted and met mine. For a single, eternal heartbeat, something passed between us. Recognition. Understanding. Not surprise. Never surprise. At my feet, my small black cat, who had been sitting so still I'd almost forgotten she was there, whispered into my mind, her voice barely a breath against my consciousness, "Do not react." Not yet. The candle hesitated, its flame dancing for a moment, then it slowly drifted back to its place among the others. The tension in the hall dissolved like sugar in water. "That will be enough," the headmistress said quietly. Her eyes rested on me just a moment longer than necessary. "Some of you," she said, her voice carrying to every corner of the room, "are here to learn." She paused, letting the words hang in the air. "And some of you," she added, her gaze sweeping over the crowd but feeling like it was meant only for me, "were always meant to be seen." She stepped back into the shadows. And just like that, like mist burning off between the trees at dawn, she was gone. No one stopped me when I turned to leave. No one spoke a word. But as I walked through the silent corridors back to my dorm, I could feel their eyes on my back, not with fear, but with a dawning sense of wonder. As I walked, one truth settled deep inside me, as solid and real as the stone floor. It wasn't my magic they had noticed. It was my stillness. My presence. And the headmistress of the forest folk had noticed it too. This was just the beginning.